right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV in the building. And I was watching ESPN, and I seen that Canelo Alvarez did not move up on their pound-for-pound list. He's still behind Terence Crawford and Lomachenko after the victory over Sergey Kovalev. And let's talk about it, all right? Even ESPN feel the victory didn't hold no weight because of the rehydration clause. They kept it under wraps until it was leaked, like right before the weigh-in or right after the weigh-in. And, you know, at the end of the day, they didn't give him no credit for beating Sergey Kovalev. You know what I'm saying? People spin it how they want to, but people ain't consistent. All right? You got to be consistent. I understand it's always exceptions to the rule. Okay? When Floyd's fighting older fight, Floyd fighting older fight. But guess what? Floyd was older than a lot of fighters that he fought. He was older than Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He was older than Miguel Cotto. You know? So, through the career, Floyd only beat up on older fighters, you know? And Canelo Alvarez is not only beating up on older fighters, he's draining them. He's putting stipulation after stipulation on these fighters. So, ESPN didn't recognize him and didn't truly think or truly rate what he did as being great. You know? It didn't put him in the stratosphere that Floyd did when Floyd jumped up and fought Oscar De La Hoya. It didn't do what it did for Sugar Ray Leonard when he beat Tommy Hearns. You know? So at the end of the day, people acting like certain people acting like what Canelo did was catastrophic. It was marvelous. And they telling a lot of the black YouTubers or a lot of the YouTubers that's calling horseshit on, you know, the fight being fixed. Now, it's a ton of entertainers and other boxers and athletes that believe that the fight was fixed. It's just not me. It's just not Town Business. It's just not some of the other YouTube dudes out there. I mean, LL Cool J, okay, Austin Trout, you know, but Badu Jack. So it's a lot of guys out there that thought the fight was fixed. It's some guys behind the scenes that's been saying that they thought the fight was fixed and it was bullshit. Okay, obviously the people at ESPN thought it was it was some jiving going on there, it was some jive turkeying going on there. So as much as they bigged up Canelo and they love Canelo over there too, you know, Bob Arum be salivating over Canelo, you know, they all picked Canelo to beat Kovalev. They all knew over there was a calculated risk. He didn't beat the Crusher. That was the masseuse. That was Sergey the masseuse Kovalev. You know what I'm saying? Kovalev didn't throw no hard shots in that fight. Kovalev didn't come in there and try to set the tone with Crusher-like authority. He was over there pity-patting Canelo, and a lot of people thought when he was pity-patting Canelo, he was winning. And Oscar De La Hoya tried to push that propaganda. Oh, you got to rate Canelo number one pound for pound. Crawford and Lomachenko ain't taking no risks and whoop-de-whoop. At the end of the day, had Canelo Alvarez had a signature win, had he not failed the drug test for Clenbuterol, you know, had he not had so many close fights, maybe a lot of people say he was pound for pound number one. Had he earned his stripes, he didn't earn his stripes. And if you say getting beat by Floyd for 12 rounds, every round is earning your stripes, well, I guess the definition has changed over the years. You know? So people say, well, you know, ESPN is biased towards Lomachenko and they're biased towards Terence Crawford. Well, they really didn't put a lot of dudes over Terence Crawford. You know, when they could be biased and put Crawford over Errol Spence in the welterweight division and Pacquiao, they didn't do so. You know? So at the end of the day, they showed to have some type of be objective over there. But what it boiled down to was what Canelo did wasn't impressive. It wasn't generational. It wasn't extraordinary. It wasn't something that we didn't see before. It wasn't something that changed the trajectory of his career. It didn't. It had he went up and fought, you know, Kovalev at 75 2 or 3 years ago, it would have been revolutionary without a catchweight. Without a rehydration clause. Had he chose Bivol, had he chose the winner of Baturbia and Goldsvik, if he goes on to fight Gilberto Ramirez without a catchweight, without a rehydration clause, then you can start celebrating him in that light. Okay? But it ain't just the Clenbuterol that people put an asterisk on his career. He get the benefit of the doubt with the judges. He get the benefit of the doubt with the VADA testing as well. And he just get the benefit of the doubt. Even the coach, not the coach, excuse me, even the ref this past fight with Sergey Kovalev, man, was giving him help. Talking about Kovalev can't measure and told Kovalev to stop pushing, and Canelo got his elbow entrenched in his jaw. You know what I'm saying? And not saying nothing for Canelo for using the elbow. If people say, well, Canelo is invincible in Vegas, Canelo's invincible anywhere. New York, Vegas, Texas, Mexico, you better off just fighting him in his backyard. And people say, well, Floyd is born, and somebody said Andre Ward is born. At the end of the day, you tell me an exciting Canelo fight that was on this level. Not a old beat up Angulo, not an old beat up Kirkland, not a too small Josito Lopez, not a too small Amir Khan. What about the Danny Jacobs fight? That wasn't exciting. The Kovalev fight wasn't exciting. The Chavez Jr. fight, he couldn't even stop a weight drain Chavez Jr. Wasn't exciting. The Golovkin fights, that was okay. It's pretty good fights. But it wasn't exciting. He didn't win. What bodies is he dropping on the canvas? So I agree with ESPN. He don't move up. He don't move up for me neither. It did nothing for his career. This was another fake medal that he gonna wrap around his neck. Another fake stripe that he gonna get tattooed on his back like he did something. He can live in his own world. Oscar could try to sway the media, but guess what? Oscar can't sway the media no more. He ain't the golden boy no more. He the frozen boy. Okay? He the coke boy. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody listening to a dope fiend, Oscar. Okay? Nobody listening to somebody that can't keep their hands to themselves. Nobody listening to somebody that like playing with kitchen utensils. Okay? You not in your right mind no more. So you don't have the clout no more. So y'all can push Canelo being the best. Y'all can say he pound for pound number one, but the fans don't look at him as pound for pound number one. Now, if y'all want to say he pound for pound number one for y'all Mexican fighters, well, go ahead. Y'all got it. We really don't care what y'all think. Over in America, he ain't number one. Too many close calls. You got cheating on his resume. He got too much sweat on his record. But shout out to ESPN for doing the right thing. Don't move that clown up. You know what I'm saying? The ring probably gonna move him up number one because De La Hoya owned the ring. But other than that, since the Golden Boy acquired the ring, nobody really listened to the ring ain't the ring caveat Bible no more. It's just ring TV. Every now and again, they get a good interview. They do good work over there every now and again. And I'm not saying ESPN is end all be all, but hey, your pound for pound list is subjective. It's opinionated. I'm not going to argue with people no more. People say, oh, say this and say that about my child. I don't care. I don't listen to it. Even if it come across my I don't care. Everybody love to hate. Everybody love to, trying to find some controversy. Everybody think they could push somebody's button and they going to start the car up. For me, I'm just numb to it. Because I know you won't keep that same energy if you in my face. Everybody tough behind the keyboard. I ain't trying to win the keyboard warrior of the year. I ain't trying to be Twitter fingers Tank Davis. I ain't trying to be Twitter fingers Tevin Farmer. Keep that same energy when we in the same vicinity. And I guarantee you won't. So everybody can take shots and they can make video. Everybody want to be a clout chaser because can't nobody come up with their own shit. When ain't nothing to talk about in the boxing world, motherfuckers just start beefing. I don't need beef. I don't need a million people to help me. You know what I'm saying? I got the same plugs I had all year, the same dudes I'm fucking with. I talk behind the scenes. We share ideas, we share stories. That's it. I don't need nobody. I don't need no squares in my circle. I ain't taking new applications. All right. If I said it, I heard it. It ain't nothing made out the air, nothing like that. But hey, at the end of the day, shout out to ESPN for keeping Canelo where his little punk ass should be at. And that's behind Crawford and Lomachenko. Well, they got it backwards. But, Lomachenko ain't even in my top three. But hey, it is what it is. Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to the email if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Best donation you can make is share the video. Check my other channel out too, Motor City Sports Talk for everything Detroit. Other than that, all my social media links in the description, email there as well. If you need to get in touch with me for a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV.